Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. We are honored to have in the studio with us Tom Utter. Tom is the Executive Director for the Lincolnland Economic Development Corporation, which represents Spencer County. But in this edition of WJTS in.form, we're going to talk with Tom Utter about, I think a lot of times we look at things county by county, and everybody, you want as much industry as you can to come into your county. But sometimes we need to look in a regional way. And I know you're a big proponent of regionalism.
Definitely. Our communities are small and less populated than a lot of the metropolitan areas, and we need to work together, combine our assets and attributes from county to county to bring in very significant job-producing investments into our region.
Well, I know that you want to work to get industries to come into Spencer County because that's really what your job is. But you also know that if you can get people to locate around Spencer County or to be in Spencer County, Dubois County benefits. And there's a word that you use to kind of talk about that.
The word that I used, it was coined originally, I think, by David Atkinson when he was in Owensboro, and he said that we're in co-opetition with each other. We are indeed trying to benefit our individual communities, but we know that one of the best ways to do it is through projects and opportunities that we all benefit.
Now, I'm sure that there's going to be some disagreement or challenges for the state to deal with, because if you might be regionally Perry, Spencer, Dubois for one sort of industry, but maybe you're Spencer, Owensboro, Kentucky, and Warwick County for something else. Without some define? Is there a way you can define that? Are you looking for? Sometimes you have to operate on borders, but that may not be the case for what you need to do.
There are opportunities that will exist from time to time between Dubois and Spencer County, along the Interstate 64 corridor, or between Dubois and Pike, or Dubois or a combination of several counties along that corridor. There are opportunities that present themselves because of the Highway 231 corridor that would benefit both Dubois County and Spencer County in particular, or Dubois, Spencer, and Owensboro, Kentucky, or the counties north of Dubois County, and the Crane Naval Surface Warfare Center. Things that we can, influences and attributes that we can use on different corridors. In Spencer County, I'm looking closely at the counties adjacent to us using the Ohio River. Those of us with riverfront, and then using that riverfront to benefit the manufacturers. If that can be pulled into play for Dubois County's heavy manufacturing district, which is a key manufacturing district to the state of Indiana, then we become a region. We become a natural region. So we're looking to define ourselves as we need to define ourselves to utilize the assets and the attributes of various rural counties where we don't fit into a metropolitan cluster.
Well, that's the interesting thing about Indiana. You do have Indianapolis, Evansville, Fort Wayne, but Indiana is made up of a large rural area, and we may not get the representation we need if we're being clustered with, say, Evansville.
It's just a matter of like communities with like needs, and we have excellent elected representation, which will carry our message for us. We simply don't need to go several counties away in a lot of instances to find a voice.
Now, how are the other counties looking at this regional idea, and other cities?
So far, I've been really honored that Dubois County has met with us, and Pike County, we're circulating. I've already started circulating some letters of collaboration and cooperation among the communities. we'll be holding a meeting up here in this county in March of the interested elected and economic development officials who are interested in working together and looking at the circulating a letter of collaboration to be willing to work with each other on an as-needed basis without excluding any community from working with other communities in any way. We just want the freedom to pull together projects with individual counties as needed, and on looking again at the corridors, the Highway 231, Interstate 64, the Ohio River, whatever works out in the rural areas needs to be available to become a regional project right there.
I guess a region without a border.
Yes.
A region without definition?
Yes. It can be defined on an as-needed project by project basis.
Now Spencer County lies in a really sweet spot. You have I-64 on the north and you have the river on the south, and people don't realize the importance of the river to Indiana and commerce in Indiana.
The part of the Ohio River which passes Spencer County and Crawford, Perry, Spencer, Warwick, Vandenberg, more traffic, more commercial traffic goes through that corridor on an annual basis than goes through the Panama Canal. And when the Panama Canal reopens under its new expanded version soon, that is likely to surpass the Suez Canal. There's just a tremendous amount of commerce on the inland waterway system, and we'd like to maximize Indiana's opportunities, and I'm sure the Commonwealth of Kentucky will maximize their side of it too.
And that's shouldn't be forgotten, working with Kentucky. Even though we're Indiana, when you talk about a region, you're not necessarily talking about Indiana counties only. You also need to include some of the Kentucky counties. And
we understand that county economic development groups are funded by the county primarily, in which they exist, and the municipalities inside those counties. But if we can work together across those county lines and across a state line, because we're on a state border, it's Spencer County. If we can work together and find ways to maximize what we each have to offer, someone is going to win more than the other. But if both sides can win, let's develop.
Well, because if we can get something located in southern Indiana, not that I don't want things to go to northern Indiana, but all the better for us, and everybody would benefit if something located in southern Indiana than if it located north. We rarely think in that term. We rarely think about bringing it from northern to southern, or keeping it from the northern part of the state. There are projects that will not thrive in the southern end of the state. There are projects that simply could not thrive in Dubois or Spencer County that would thrive greatly in Burns Harbor or Hammond or another part of the state, or Fort Wayne. There's so much opportunity to pursue that I think your economic development group, the Dubois Strong, and the Jasper group, and others, I don't ever hear them talk about one end of the state or the other. They're talking about what will fit here, and let's go after that. Let's target those entities. And I know the Dubois Strong group is outstanding in targeting. So rather than look at, we have to get this industry down here because we're better than them, it's more of what's right for us.
Exactly.
Kind of the build it and they will come sort of mentality. If we've got the right things, the right kind of companies will come here.
We'll package, we just take everything we can pull together into a package and market that package and create jobs and opportunities and flow of revenue for our communities.
All right. Well, Tom, thank you very much for coming in and talking with us about regionalism. and how Spencer County plays into that. Tom Utter is the Executive Director for Lincolnland Economic Development Corporation based in Spencer County. Thank you for watching WJTS Inform. We are local people watching local people.